If you've ever stood in a garden centre, looked at the endless rows of vegetable plants and thought, where on earth do I even begin? This video is made for you. Growing your own vegetables doesn't require a large garden, years of experience or expensive equipment. All you need is a pot, some decent compost, and the right plant for your space. Today I'm sharing the 7 easiest vegetables you can grow in containers, on a balcony, a patio, a doorstep, or even a sunny windowsill. These are the plants I recommend to every single beginner because they're forgiving, fast-growing, and genuinely rewarding to harvest. Welcome to the hidden garden. Let's get into it. Before we get into the list, I want to make the case for growing vegetables in containers, because a lot of people assume you need a big garden bed to grow real food. You really don't. Container growing actually gives you advantages that traditional garden beds don't. You have complete control over your soil. No clay, no compaction, no weeds from the ground below. You can move your containers to follow the sun throughout the day. You can start small with just 1 or 2 pots and scale up as your confidence grows. And you can grow on any surface. Concrete balconies, patios, rooftops, or even indoors near a south-facing window. The key is choosing the right vegetables for container growing. Not everything thrives in a pot. Large, sprawling plants like pumpkins or full-size sweet corn need more space than most containers can offer. But the 7 plants I'm about to share with you are genuinely well-suited to container life. Some of them actually do better in pots than they do in the ground. The first vegetable on our list is lettuce and mixed salad leaves, and if you've never grown anything before, this is where I'd tell you to start. Salad leaves are almost impossible to fail with. They grow fast. You can be harvesting within 4 to 6 weeks of sowing. They don't need deep containers. A window box or a shallow pot just 15 centimeters deep is perfect. And they tolerate partial shade better than almost any other edible plant, which makes them ideal for east or north-facing balconies that don't get full sun all day. For containers, I'd recommend a cut-and-come-again mix. Sow a pinch of seeds across the surface of the compost, water gently, and within a few weeks you'll have a full container of mixed leaves. When you're ready to harvest, take scissors and snip the outer leaves, leaving the center to keep growing. 1 container can give you fresh salad leaves for months. The main thing to watch with salad leaves in containers is heat. In the height of summer, if your pot is in full sun, the leaves can bolt, meaning they shoot upwards and turn bitter. Move the container to a slightly shadier spot during the hottest weeks of the year and they'll keep producing well into autumn. The second vegetable is one that most beginners overlook entirely. And that's a shame because radishes might be the single most satisfying vegetable you can grow in a container. Here's why. Radishes go from seed to harvest in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. There's almost no waiting, no uncertainty, and no long period of wondering if anything is actually happening underground. You sow, you water, and within a month you're pulling up little bright red roots and eating them straight from the pot. For containers, choose a round variety rather than a long one. Round radishes like cherry bell or sparkler are compact and perfect for pots. You don't need a deep container. 15 to 20 centimeters is plenty. Sow seeds thinly, about 2 centimeters apart, directly into moist compost. Keep them watered. Radishes like consistent moisture and will become woody and hot if they dry out, and they'll be ready before you know it. Radishes are also brilliant for filling gaps between slower-growing plants in larger containers. By the time your radishes are harvested, the other plants will have grown to fill the space. This technique is called intercropping, and it maximizes every inch of your container space. Number 3 on the list is herbs, and I've grouped them together because they share similar growing requirements and because, in terms of value for money, nothing beats growing your own herbs. A pot of fresh basil from a supermarket costs around €1.50 and lasts a week before it collapses. A pot of basil compost and seeds, costs about the same, and will give you fresh leaves all summer long, if you know how to care for it. The herbs I'd recommend for beginners in containers are basil, mint, chives, thyme, and flat-leaf parsley. Each one has slightly different needs, so let me quickly run through the key points. Basil loves warmth and full sun. It hates cold water on its leaves, so always water at the base of the plant and keep it somewhere sheltered from cold winds. Bring it indoors if temperatures drop below 10 degrees. Mint is incredibly vigorous and will take over any container it shares. Always grow mint alone in its own pot. It tolerates partial shade and is practically indestructible. Thyme and chives are both drought-tolerant and thrive in sunny spots. They need very little watering once established and are probably the lowest maintenance herbs you can grow. Parsley is slower to get started. It can take 2 to 3 weeks to germinate, but once it's growing, it's generous and reliable, and tolerates partial shade well. Harvest all herbs regularly. The more you cut, the more the plant produces. Never strip more than 1/3 of the plant at once, and always cut from the top rather than pulling from the base. Number 4 is the plant that most people think of when they think about growing their own food, and for good reason. Cherry tomatoes, grown in a container on a sunny balcony, are one of the greatest small pleasures in gardening. The key word here is cherry. Full-size beef tomatoes need large containers and a lot of feeding and support to produce well. Cherry tomatoes, varieties like Tumbling Tom, Balcony Red or Sweet Million, are bred specifically for container growing. They're compact, prolific, and incredibly sweet. For containers, use the largest pot you can, at least 30 to 40 litres for best results. Tomatoes are hungry, thirsty plants, and a small pot will limit both their growth and their yield. Fill with good quality compost and add a slow-release tomato fertilizer at planting time. Place your tomatoes in the sunniest spot on your balcony. They need at least 6 hours of direct sun every day to crop well. Water consistently. Irregular watering causes a condition called blossom end rot, which turns the base of the fruit black. Once the first flowers appear, switch to a weekly liquid tomato feed, which is high in potassium and boosts fruiting, and do resist the urge to eat them the moment they turn red. Give them 1 or 2 more days on the plant. That's when they go from good to extraordinary. Number 5 is dwarf French beans, one of the most underrated container vegetables there is. Unlike climbing French beans, which need a tall trellis and a lot of space, dwarf varieties stay compact, typically 30 to 40 centimeters tall, and are perfectly suited to pots and containers. They're also genuinely fast. From sowing to first harvest is usually around 8 to 10 weeks, and a single container of dwarf beans planted in late spring will give you harvest right through to early autumn. Sow seeds directly into containers, 3 or 4 seeds per 30 centimeter pot, once the risk of frost has passed. French beans are frost sensitive and sulk badly if sown too early into cold soil. Wait until the compost temperature feels warm to the touch before sowing. Keep them well watered, especially once the pods start to form. The pods are ready to harvest when they snap cleanly. Don't let them get too large or they become tough and stringy. Regular harvesting encourages the plant to produce more pods, so pick little and often rather than waiting for a big harvest all at once. Number 6 is spring onions. Small, fast, and brilliantly easy in containers. Spring onions are essentially just very young onions harvested before the bulb develops fully. They grow quickly, around 8 weeks from seed to harvest, don't need much space, and are happiest in a long window box or a shallow tray of compost. Sow seeds in short rows about 1 centimeter deep and 1 centimeter apart. Water regularly and keep the compost moist but not sodden. You can sow a new small batch every 2 to 3 weeks through spring and summer, a technique called successional sowing, which means you'll have a continuous supply of fresh spring onions rather than a glut all at once. Spring onions tolerate partial shade well and are one of the few vegetables that do reasonably in a less sunny spot. They're also a brilliant companion plant. Growing them alongside tomatoes and carrots is said to deter certain pests, including aphids and carrot fly. Harvest when the stems are about the thickness of a pencil. Pull gently from the base, rinse, and add straight to salads, stir-fries, or soups. If you leave them a little longer, they'll start to develop a small white bulb, still perfectly edible and with a slightly stronger flavor. And our seventh and final vegetable is the one that will genuinely surprise you. The courgette. I know what you're thinking. Courgettes are big plants. They need a garden. They're not container vegetables, and you'd be forgiven for thinking that until you try growing one in a large fabric grow bag or a 40-litre container. The secret is giving them enough space and enough water. Courgettes are thirsty plants and they produce heavily. A single well-cared-for plant can give you a courgette every 2 or 3 days at peak season. But they need a big container. I'd recommend nothing smaller than 30 to 40 litres. And they need to be kept consistently watered. A courgette in a small dry pot will give you nothing. A courgette in a large, well-watered container will reward you beyond what you'd expect. Choose a compact or bush variety. Patio Star and Buckingham are both bred specifically for container growing. 1 plant per container. Courgettes are sociable, but not when it comes to sharing root space. Sow seeds indoors in April. Harden off the seedlings by placing them outside for progressively longer periods over 2 weeks. Then plant out once all risk of frost has passed. Feed weekly with a high potassium liquid feed once flowers appear. Harvest courgettes when they're around 15 to 20 centimeters long. Any bigger and they become marrows, which are much less tender. Before we wrap up, here are 5 quick tips that will make all 7 of these vegetables more successful in containers. 1. Always use fresh compost. Last year's used compost has depleted nutrients and often harbors pests and disease. Start fresh each season. 2. Water in the morning rather than the evening. Morning watering gives the surface time to dry before night, which reduces the risk of fungal disease. 3. Feed regularly from midsummer onwards. The nutrients in fresh compost last around 6 to 8 weeks. After that, you need to replace them with regular liquid feeding, once a week for heavy feeders like tomatoes and courgettes, once a fortnight for lighter feeders like herbs and salad leaves. 4. Elevate your containers slightly off the ground. This improves drainage and air circulation and prevents slugs from climbing into pots overnight. A pair of pot feet or even a few small stones under each pot will do the job. 5. Label everything. Write the variety name and the sowing date on a label and push it into the compost. You'll be glad you did when you can't remember what's growing where. And that's your 7 easiest vegetables to grow in pots. Lettuce and salad leaves, radishes, herbs, cherry tomatoes, dwarf French beans, spring onions and courgettes. Start with 1 or 2 from this list, whichever appeals to you most. Get comfortable with those, then add another. Before long, you'll have a balcony or patio producing fresh food throughout the growing season, and you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. The hidden garden is closer than you think. It starts with a single seed. If this video helped you, please subscribe. I post new gardening content every week, all designed for real spaces and real budgets. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 7 vegetables are you going to grow first? I read every single one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.